In this video, we're going to talk about how to get high profile guests for your podcast show for your business coming up. What's going on, everybody? My name is Karim Mustafa. I'm co-founder and CEO of Tribe Tactics. And in this series of videos, we basically want to give you everything that you need to be able to plan and grow your very own original series for your business. And today we're going to be tackling a question that we get a lot, which is basically how do you actually go after high profile, like high caliber guests and companies that maybe have never heard of your company before, and yet you would love to just have them on the show. So I had 3 tips that I wanted to share with you today that have helped a lot of the brands that we work with, and also have helped us as well to get a lot of high profile guests on the shows that we either create for others or for ourselves. So the first one is pretty simple. Basically, once you've identified a list of these high caliber or high profile guests that you're looking to bring onto your show, you want to make sure that you follow and engage with their content on LinkedIn. Now, you may already be like a ghost connection of this person. If you don't really know them that well, you guys might be connected, but you may not like genuinely know them. Um, but the thing here is, to actually send them a signal and to keep popping up on their notifications feed by liking their content, engaging with their content, and especially if you can go way beyond just liking something, but rather asking them a thoughtful question, asking them a question or engaging in a way that makes them feel like you really digested the content that they shared, right? So that would be the first thing, because the thing is, once you start popping up time and time again over a period of, let's say, weeks or months, right, depending on who you're trying to reach out to, but at the very least, a number of weeks, they're going to start seeing you popping up time and time again, and you're going to pique their interest because you are consistent in your value adding, in your engaging of their content. If that's correct English. You can also reshare their content on your own channels just as a way to echo what they're saying. This is definitely something that goes a long way, and again, something that they physically would get notifications for. So following and engaging is the first one. The second thing on our list is actually researching your guests' interests beyond what they are normally known for. And so a quick way to do this is to actually go onto LinkedIn, read their summary section of their LinkedIn profile, and try and figure out if there's anything that maybe most people would not know. Maybe it's a cause that they care about. Maybe it's a hobby project that they're involved in. Maybe they have their own podcast show that they do on the side. Maybe it's something else on their profile that not many people would know. If you study that, it will really help you to get an appreciation for that person as a person, as a human, with their set of interests. And again, this could be very useful, especially when you do your outreach several weeks later and mention something like that. It's not even about like how long your outreach would be in terms of like text. You could in a very few number of sentences, you could convey to them that you've done your research in that regard and that you genuinely care about them as a person, not just as a brand, especially if they know that they're a high profile guest, right? Or a high profile company. So that would be the second one in terms of researching your guests and playing to their interests. The third thing then would be using social proof and exclusivity. Naturally, your show is a serial show, right? You have different episodes with different guests. If you have a specific niche or a certain caliber of guests or a certain industry that you're going to be focusing on, or maybe even if it's a set of specific thought leaders in a specific area, make sure to mention that, and try your best to like name drop or brand name drop as much as you can, because then you're building credibility by association. You're saying, hey, we're creating this show and we already have brands A, B, and C on board, and we would absolutely love to have you on board for the following reasons. I've been following your content for the last few weeks. I think you'd add a lot of value to our audience, something to that effect. If you have that social credibility piece and that social proof piece, and you start name dropping, of course, if you're able to do so like authentically, this is something that could definitely get them to look more favorably at joining the show, because for them, it's all of a sudden, it's not just about your company, the host company, but rather it's about everybody else is going to be there. And the fear of missing out could really get them to participate in that show. So there you have it. To summarize, make sure that you follow and engage with these people and really start to show up on their social feeds like time and time again, right? In terms of notifications. The second thing is to make sure that you research your guests' interests and to play to their interests when you are reaching out. Make sure that the reason why you want them on their show, on your show, is because of the fact that they have interests A, B, and C, and that's exactly what your show caters to, or that's the commonality. Make sure that you have that figured out. And then last but not least, as I said, is to look at the social proof component and maybe brand name mention or name mention anybody else who would be on the show that would catch their attention, and perhaps somebody that they would like to be a part of the same circle with. So there you have it, guys. Let us know what you thought in the comments. Let us know what you're working on as well. Happy to share even more ideas to your specific context, and we will see you on the next video.